Hi guys and welcome to another FIFA 22 video. Bit of a different video. EA released a statement a little bit earlier on today. In fact, just over an hour ago, and I thought I kind of wanted to do a video just to kind of give my thoughts on it. Why that they've done this. Is it good? Is it bad? Should they have done it? Shouldn't they have done it? Well, I'm going to kind of go through it because, of course, this doesn't just relate to FIFA. You know, it relates to the whole Ukraine crisis at the moment, of course, with Russia invading them. It's continuing, it's intensifying day by day, it's getting worse and stuff like that, and we're starting to find lots of stuff. We're obviously starting to find Russia getting banned from, looks like they'll get banned from competing in Formula 1. There was stuff that obviously FIFA themselves as a company banning, like the national team and stuff like that from the World Cup qualifiers, which is the minimum that they should be doing. And EA came out and released a statement earlier today. I'll just read it out. Obviously, you can read it for yourself if you want to. It is on their Twitter page. EA Sports FIFA stands in solidarity with the Ukrainian people and like so many voices across the world calls for peace and an end to the invasion of Ukraine. In line with partners at FIFA and UEFA, EA Sports has initiated the process to remove the Russian national team, which in all honesty, I didn't even know that it was actually licensed in the game, but said to remove the Russian national team and all Russian clubs from EA Sports FIFA. That includes the game that you can get on the console or on Origin through PC, FIFA Mobile, and the FIFA Online, which is like another thing to do with PC. We're also actively evaluating related changes to other areas of our games. Now, that's where I feel other things could come up, which I'm going to explain in a second. We'll keep our communities up to date on any actions taken and players for and thank players for their patience as we work through these updates. Now, first of all, do I agree with the action that they have taken? Now, people might say, well, hold on, it's a video game. Is that going a little bit too far? Personally, no, it isn't. I obviously know that the Russian people, the Russian citizens themselves, we've seen it, through the news and stuff like that, they are not guilty. A lot of them are being protesting, of course, as to what's gone on, and I feel a lot of Russian people are probably ashamed of, and it's not their own personal fault because, of course, as we know, they're run by a dictator. Under a dictatorship, I know obviously it tries to stand as being a democracy, but if you have any kind of common sense, it's not a democracy. We very well know it's a dictatorship, and unfortunately, I think the kind of reality is, and we've seen it, we saw it with Germany, of course, going back to the Second World War, we saw obviously Germany, the citizens there, a lot of them, I don't know if it's maybe fair to compare the two type of situations. I think you can argue it is because, two different dictators, obviously one for Germany and one for Russia and stuff like that, they weren't to blame. But unfortunately, Germany as a country, the citizens were punished, from banned from competing in football tournaments, for so many years. I think it was banned from like a few of the, Olympics and stuff like that after that. And I think even in like the modern day now, I think they have to be, unfortunately, it's just a fact of life. They have to be punished in every single aspect. They should be made to pay the price. And I'm not saying, hitting citizens in their back pockets, but yes, from representing Russia on a national stage, whether it be in a, massive sporting events, whether it be, something like Eurovision, which is massive for like music and stuff like that. And whether it be, in video games, if they're going to be banned in sports, competing in sports, the same should apply to sporting games. They shouldn't have, for example, Nikita Mazepin's a Formula 1 driver. He shouldn't be in the next Formula 1 game. At least in my personal opinion, they shouldn't have, Russian players in FIFA. I know obviously those particular Russian people aren't necessarily guilty, but unfortunately they're under a regime that is guilty of serious war crimes. And yes, it does only come down to ultimately one person calling the shots, but unfortunately a fact of life is, and we saw it time and time again throughout of, hundreds and hundreds of years, is that the country has to pay the price. And that's my personal opinion on it. And they go on to mention some other things here. It says we're also actively evaluating related changes to other areas of our games. Now, that to me stands out to be Ultimate Team, potentially removing anything to do with... So they've removed the Russian national team and all Russian clubs. I would think as a result of that, if they're going to have any consistency, they're going to remove any kind of Russian affiliated. So I don't know, for example, I've seen people putting the tifo of the Ukrainian flag onto people's stadiums, which I think is really, really cool. I don't know if the Russian flag is on there, but I feel that's something that probably should be removed from Ultimate Team personally. And I think that any Russian clubs, tifos, spots like Moscow, Zenit, CSK and stuff like that, probably should also have like anything to do with them removed in Ultimate Team. Not just the players, but any kind of club items, whether it be kits, whether it be tifos, badges or whatever. They should be removed. And also, we come to another thing. So, yes, the Russian players. I mean, there aren't too many, like, ridiculously insane Russian players from, like, a gold standpoint. You have Mario Fernandez, who's, like, probably, like, the highest rated. I think you have, like, an informed Akin FIFA. I was looking the other day at some of the best Russian players you can get in this game. But then, of course, there is Icon Lev Yashin, who was playing obviously during a different time. He was playing during the Soviet Union and USSR and all that type of thing, which is a long time ago compared to now. But if they're gonna have any kind of consistency, I think if EA can't just do one thing by this is my personal opinion, I don't think they can just do one thing by choosing to remove the Russian national team and all Russian clubs from the kickoff game mode, from online seasons, from career mode. They can't just do that and then just leave accessible Russian assets, whether it be players or club items in Ultimate Team, because let's be quite honest, Ultimate Team is the most popular played game modes within FIFA. That's just a fact of life. It's 100%. So I would like to see them also go to that same extent in Ultimate Team and take those actions. I haven't even liked this post. I think it's a good move. I think they had to do it. Should have been done sooner, in my opinion. I don't know why it's taken them long. I think it was Thursday when Russia invaded. This could have easily been done. I mean, obviously, potentially, probably waited to see if there was going to be maybe like a change, if Russia was going to come to an agreement. Unfortunately, it doesn't look that way. If you go and read the news articles and stuff like that, I know there's like a lot of fake news out there, but if you go and read the news articles, it does seem to be, unfortunately, getting worse and worse. And it does have to come to a point where, yes, I want to make it, and I want to reiterate this again, the Russian people themselves aren't to blame for this. It is a dictatorship that's run ultimately by one person calling the shots on this, because I even think a lot of the people that run under Putin, ultimately, I don't really think agree with him. I think there's a lot of scaremongering towards even some of like the top generals, probably in like the Russian military. I think if you were to ask most of them probably, at least in my personal opinion, wouldn't be in favor for this invasion of Ukraine. But maybe that's going a little bit too far. Ultimately, I want to kind of focus on FIFA. I personally support what EA has done, but I think ultimately as well, they need to go a little bit further. I think that they do need to take action with Ultimate Team, because obviously what they've mentioned here doesn't seem to show that. Maybe it does. Maybe I should go on Ultimate Team after doing this video. Have a bit of a look, actually. But as of this moment recording, I'm pretty certain all Russian players, if you're able to open packs, I think all Russian players, including Lev Yashin, are still available. And whilst, yes, they've done nothing wrong, ultimately, they still come under the Russian flag, which is, very much tarnished this reputation. So, yes, whilst they don't have any personal responsibility, the nation that they've represented does have the responsibility, and as bad as it is to say, they do need to pay the price. I'm not talking about going and invading Russia or stuff like that, but banning them from global sporting events, it has to happen. I personally think so, and it does seem to be happening, and I think action also has to be taken, not just in real life type of things, but also in a virtual thing with video games. You can't have it one way by, the Russian team not being able to play, international games have been banned from the World Cup, and then yet they can have their national team and all the Russian clubs in FIFA. It can't be like that. It's going to be either one thing or another thing, and I think they have to all personally be removed. So that's personally my just thoughts on it. I want to do a video on this. Let me guys know of your thoughts on it as well. Will Lev Yashin be banned from, or will he be removed from FIFA 22? Let me guys know your thoughts. Now, I personally think eventually, they haven't been at the moment, judging to how, from what I've seen here, because there's no mention of Ultimate Team, but ultimately, I think that's got to happen. I think it has to happen. So let me guys know what your thoughts are on this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.